Hey everybody, it's Jeff with Area 52 Pro Diesel Repair out of New Plymouth, Idaho. Yes, I'm driving truck. I'm on light duty. I put myself on light duty. A couple of months ago, I rolled an ATV and broke both bones in my arm, so doing a little driving to keep the money flowing in. But I get this question a lot, drivers and technicians, as far as all the new technology that's going on in the trucks, from drivers is, am I going to lose my job someday with the self-driving trucks that might possibly show up? Maybe, but I doubt it. Another question I get from other technicians is, it's like, these things are getting so complicated that I can't, it's hard to keep up with everything, man. I just want to get out of the industry before it gets worse. All right, if you want to go for it. If not, learn how to fix it. That's totally fine. As far as the drivers and self-driving vehicles, do I really think that they're going to be around someday soon? I don't know. Nobody knows that. Unless, when I was back in grade school, the teacher would always be squawking about, to learn how to do your addition and subtraction, because you're not ever going to have a calculator in your pocket. Well, we all know how that goes. As a matter of fact, you remember if you were in grade school in the late 80s and 90s, and they had those big, fancy, probably a $300 graphing calculator. I'm sure you could probably get a free app from your for your phone for one of them things now. But do I think that? They have the technology, to make a self-driving truck. I know they've tinkered around with it with an Uber car and all that. I'm not in that world, but it's too rural of an area to be. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on whether or not you're going to have a taxi cab or something in town that's going to be able to have a computer come and pick you up. But I'm in the trucking industry, and as far as self-driving trucks, I guess they could be. They have the technology, and people think that all this technology and vehicles and all that kind of stuff is making people dumber, and some of it, yeah, some of it, no, some of it I agree with, some of it, what's making people dumber and not paying attention to driving and all of it is the fact that you're not going to take a 1975 Chevy pickup, and you're not going to be able to be, texting, because the thing's just wandering all over the freaking road. It's everything to keep it straight, and it's, same with a mid-60s, semi-truck of some sort, with having to stick your arm through the steering wheel because you need both hands to run both of the shift levers. Cars have just gotten so easy and comfortable to drive that, people don't pay attention as much about driving. And so, yeah, it may seem like, and now you got GPS built in the phones, and GPS built in or GPS on your phones, and GPS built into the dashes of a lot of cars. Nobody's paying attention to where they're at. It's just, turn here, turn here, turn here. They have no clue where they're at. Even if if that GPS happened to be wrong, they have to either sit there on their phone and crash into somebody, or they pull off the road and have to figure out because they're not paying attention to where they are. It's all they do is pay attention to this turn here, like teaching a monkey how to jack off. Excuse me. So, as far as self-driving trucks, I mean, that's what you're going to be having to rely on with a self-driving truck. Is the only thing that it can is the GPS. It's not going to be able to tell where it's at in other areas unless you can actually, I don't know what the technologies is, if you can have a camera, like, oh yeah, you're here, but I mean, you know, just Google all of the pictures and videos and all that stuff where actually human beings have driven a truck into just by following their GPS. I mean, and so a self-driving truck, I mean, that's all that it can do. I mean, right now I'm hauling a load of sugar beets in a 10-axle set, with a gross vehicle weight of 129,000 pounds. And, we have to go in and out of a lot of different places and, in and out of piles. We were going in and out of fields, I mean, you're not going to have a self-driving truck come in and do that kind of stuff. You're not going to have a self-driving truck pull into a gas station, a tanker, pull into a gas station. I mean, somebody's got to be there anyways because they have to, to hook up the lines to pump the shit out. So there's going to be way too many still things, as far as a self-driving truck that, that now could it be that they're going to have the technology where a human being can sit in the truck and maybe he could be thumbing around on his iPad and all that? Yeah, that stuff might be there around. I mean, obviously, this truck's already, it yells at me if I get too close to the line, left or right, a car cut in front of me one time, and it's got adaptive braking, and I mean, it just dropped the anchor, and we're stopping. I'm really hoping it doesn't do that kind of stuff on a icy or snow-packed road, but whatever. That's what it does. And adaptive cruise control. So if you set the cruise control whatever speed you want, you come up behind somebody else going slow or at so many seconds or whatever, or if it's set in feet, it will start backing the throttle off. And I mean, some of that type of stuff, I'm okay with in vehicles. I'm okay with having people tailgate a lot really bad, even guys in trucks, and I'd be all right with having having that technology in there that backs your throttle off when you're not, when you're getting up too close, and it just won't let you get anywhere. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with cameras and shit like that. That the computer can see that, maybe you don't happen to, like if you're going to be changing lanes or something, and the truck in the camera can see the little smart car sitting right next to you that you didn't see, that stuff's all right, but as far as like a self-driving truck, I just don't, I see the lawsuits happening with it. There's too many slip and fall lawyers for my liking, and they had one of them self-driving Uber cars hit a pedestrian, and so I just can see the lawsuits happening, but as far as like that goes, even though that was purely the pedestrian's fault, I think, what if it's in an area, it's in the middle of the night, and the self-driving truck hits a pedestrian? I mean, is it going to know what it hit? Is it going to be able to call 911? It's obviously not going to be able to, help the person, because, I mean, geez, you hit somebody and you get out and you whip your tie off or whatever, and you wrap around their leg and keep them from bleeding out. At least you save the person's life. But I mean, self-driving truck's not going to do that. So I just see too many lawsuits with all of that. But the technology's there to to aid in drivers and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'd say, yeah, some of it's probably good. Some of it, you know, it just needs to be the, you know, with all this other stuff, people, you know, they get used to having it, and then they don't, they just don't pay attention. Like I said, with the GPS, that's the prime example. I mean, that's a great example of what's happening with newer technology in trucks. Is, you know, that they're not paying attention to where they're at and where they're going. You know, I mean, it's like, you know, right now I'm pulling a set of doubles, you know, 40-footer and a 30-footer, and I cannot at all pull down a dead-end street because, and you know, you drive down that for a mile and you find out, oh, yeah, there is nowhere to turn around. It's just dead-end stop. Like, what the hell are they going to do? You're going to have to come out. We're going to have to break down the set and, you know, be able to back out of there. And, you know, with a self-driving truck, you know, I mean, isn't going to know. I mean, a lot of times your GPS doesn't tell you that it's a dead-end road. It doesn't tell you that there's no turnaround. It just says turn here because it thinks that that's where you want to go. And did you even plug in the address right? I mean, somehow or another, a human being has to have some kind of contact with the vehicle. And whether it's at the portal where it takes it and, you know, and it plugs in the address and says, you know, for it to go here. Well, what if that human being plugs in the wrong number? It could be one number off, and then it could take you way the hell out here instead of way over here, and you get into trouble. And, you know, honestly, I just don't think that, you know, maybe line haul trucks and, you know, something like a FedEx or UPS or something, you know, maybe, but honestly, I don't know. I don't see it happening. But like I said, I don't know. You know, like just going back to the calculator thing. I mean, nobody thought you'd have a teacher didn't think you'd have a calculator in your pocket every day. So you got to learn how to write out long division and do your add and subtract and whatever you need to. You know, so you know. With the mechanics and stuff, you know, a lot of guys are like, oh, Jesus, look at these Tesla trucks, you know. You think that's ever going to come out? I don't know, maybe. You know, I don't think we have the electrical infrastructure to run electric trucks as much as we do, you know, many trucks that are out on the road, but, you know, that might work for some kind of a line haul deal or something. You get it charged in the portal, it goes over far and can, gets charged there, comes back, you know, I mean, you can see that, but, you know, as far as the mechanic, whatever, ain't going to put you out of a job. Learn how to fix that electric truck. I mean, jeez, you know, they're all going to need the same crap as, you know, suspension parts, brakes, lights, and I mean, all that stuff's going to be the same, so it ain't going to put you out of a job, you know. Why does it matter, you know? You got to find something else to do if it happens to do it, and or happens to put you out of a job, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, people worry about stuff like that too much. You know, if you like what you do, keep doing it. If you don't like what you do, then don't do it anymore. It's simple as that. But you know, it's like I said, I think that you know, self-driving vehicles are going to be a thing of the future. Honestly, I don't know, but I just don't think, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm 34 years old. I do not think it's going to be around prior to, you know, by the time I'm ready to possibly retire or something like that. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, they've been toying with in Europe, I think it was, I had seen a video where they had a guy driving a truck, and then they had a self-driving truck that basically just followed right along with the other follow, you know. And I don't know, is that the best way to go or not? I mean, because, you know, how many times you know, you are following someone or you're there, you know, you go to change lanes or whatever, and there's a car sitting right next to the second truck, the self-driving truck, and it can't move over. And I mean, there's so much that, you know, I don't know, I just don't see it going on. But like I said, I get asked that question a lot, and you know, that's my answer to it. So, anyways, if you got any questions or comments, whatever, you know, shoot them my way. And you know, I'm not the smartest human being on the planet, but you know, I've been around the trucking industry for a long time. So, yeah, that's all I got for that.